Ever been out in the middle of nowhere and realized your phone just won't cut it? You know that panicked, I need to stay in touch feeling? Today, we're diving into 5 best walkie-talkies for long distance, and I'm going to break them down like a real user, what works, what frustrates, and who should actually buy them. No fluff, no hype, just clear, honest insight, so you'll know which one fits your adventures, your team, or your emergency kit. Stick around, because by the end, you'll have a solid sense of which walkie-talkie is worth carrying and which one will just sit in the drawer.
Number 5. Baofeng UV-21 Pro. So I've been using this radio for a bit, mostly tossing it in my bag and grabbing it when I'm out or just messing around at home. Day to day, it's actually pretty convenient. I like that I can charge it the same way I charge my phone, car, power bank, laptop, whatever. That makes it easy to keep around without thinking about special chargers. Using it feels very radio, if that makes sense. Scanning nearby frequencies and copying another radio's channel is surprisingly handy once you get the hang of it. That said, it's not beginner-friendly. If you don't already kind of know what you're doing, the menus can feel overwhelming. I'd say this is for hobbyists, preppers, or outdoorsy folks who want off-grid comms. If you just want simple walkie-talkies, this will feel like too much.
Number 4. BaoFeng UV-5R 8-watt. Last month, my phone lost signal halfway through a weekend road trip, right when we split up to explore different trails. That's when I started carrying this little Baofeng radio in the glove box. It's not flashy, but it does what I need. Lets me check in without relying on cell service. I use it casually, turning it on in the mornings, scanning around, and keeping it clipped to my bag. What I really like is the range. It reaches farther than I expected for something this size. The downside? It takes a bit of patience to set up, especially the first time. Still, if you like being prepared or spend time off-grid, it's a solid companion to have around.
Number 3. Quansheng UV K5 8. Ever picked up a radio and wondered if it could actually keep up with the way you use it? I had that question when I started carrying this one on hikes and keeping it by the window during stormy days. Over time, it became less about features and more about awareness. Listening to weather alerts, checking nearby activity, and knowing I had a backup way to communicate. What I appreciate most is how flexible it is. You can adapt it to different situations instead of being locked into one mode. The downside is that it asks for patience. There's a learning curve, and it's not something you hand to a first-timer. If you like control and don't mind learning, it's worth it. If you want simple, look elsewhere.
Number 2. Iradio UV-98 Plus. I don't think this is a radio for most people, and I mean that in a good way. After spending time with it, you realize it's built for someone who actually enjoys listening, tweaking, and understanding what's happening across the airwaves. I've used it to monitor weather, aviation chatter, and local traffic while experimenting with different bands, and it feels more like a toolbox than a gadget. The biggest strength is how much it lets you see and hear from one device. The honest flaw? It demands effort. Swapping antennas, learning menus, and setting things up isn't optional. If you like learning and control, you'll appreciate it. If you want simple push-to-talk, this will frustrate you fast.
Number 1. Radtel RT-4D DMR. I use this radio when I want one device to cover everything. At home, it sits on my desk and quietly scans weather and local traffic. On trips, it comes along as a backup when phones lose signal. It feels more like a tool than a toy. The biggest strength is flexibility. Analog and digital work side by side. I can listen, monitor, and communicate without switching devices. Once it's set up, daily use is smooth and predictable. The weakness is setup. Programming takes time. Digital features don't forgive mistakes, and casual users may never touch half of what's inside. This radio is for experienced users who want control and range in one unit. It's for people who enjoy learning their gear. It's not for beginners, nor for anyone who wants simple push-to-talk communication with no preparation.
All right, that's it for today's look at long-distance walkie-talkies. If you want to dive deeper into any of the models I talked about, I've dropped some links in the description. Just something to check out if it helps you decide. Take your time, think about what fits your needs, and don't feel rushed. Thanks for hanging out and watching, and I'll catch you next time on the channel.